What's going on, everybody? You got the crazy dog back again for yet another video. Now, originally, I had only planned on doing one mock draft, but the Los Angeles Rams ruined that by trading up with the Titans for the number one pick. Now, this also shakes up my mock draft originally because everyone believed Wentz was going to go to the Browns. Even part of me believed that. So here is my new mock draft. Unless another trade happens, then I'll do another one. And then another one. And then if another trade happens, I'll do another one. But we'll see. So, on with the show. With the first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the LA Rams, I believe, will select Carson Wentz. It's almost a unanimous decision at this point. There's no everyone's like, well, what if they... You really think they would trade up all those spots to get a corner or a lineman? No. They trade up all those spots to get a quarterback. Granted, I don't believe these quarterbacks are, like Hall of Fame-esque quarterbacks. Like, they're not like, Phillip Rivers, what it used to be, Drew Brees. They're no Peyton Mannings. No, these are good quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but they're not super, amazing quarterbacks. They're not like a Tom Brady-esque. Alright, so number 2, the Cleveland Browns select Jalen Ramsey. Little dramatic pause there. Jalen Ramsey, corner out of Florida State. Now, I believe either we are going to trade down or we are going to select Jalen Ramsey. That would be the two best decisions for us right now. Personally, I think getting Jalen would probably outweigh trading down. My phone is going off. Nope. Just Danny Shelton getting his new number. Got a new number today. Now, Danny Shelton is now number 55, just saying. So if you see that, it's not Alex Mack. That's Danny Shelton. He's no longer, 71? He's 55 now. So back to the mock draft. I think Jalen would fit really well in our secondary, which is right now like Swiss cheese. I mean, you got Tramon Williams. You've got Jordan Poyer, who's decent. You got Ibrahim Campbell, who really hasn't proven much. You got Pierre Desir, who actually was decent last year. You got Justin Gilbert, who honestly doesn't even look like a corner. He's more of a kick returner now. So, and then of course you got Joe Hayden. So, God, my phone is going off today. God. Alright, so third pick. The San Diego Chargers select Laremy Tunsil, offensive tackle out of Ole Miss. God, my phone is going off. Oh, it's just... Dang, bruh. I don't care about all that stuff. God. So anyways, the Chargers need help on the offensive line, as they would get it big time with Laremy Tunsil. It's funny how Laremy Tunsil went from the first pick to third, fourth, or heck, even fifth pick in some mock drafts, I bet. Although I haven't seen one with him as the fifth. But I'm guessing they're probably out there somewhere. People would do that. They would put him down there. But Tunsil would fit pretty well in San Diego. I mean, they need to keep Phillip Rivers healthy if they even want to have a chance at having a good season. Which they're probably not going to. I mean, their future is bright. I mean, they just took Travis Benjamin from my Browns. So we will see where they go. And we play them this year, so that's going to be interesting. At the fourth pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Joey Bosa. He would fit so well in that system. He played there in Dallas before. Somebody knows everything about it, like the atmosphere when he was in Ohio State playing for the national title. So I think he'd fit. I think he'd go pretty well in Dallas. You know, he won a national title there. How fitting. Win a national title there and then play professional football there. Yeah, that'd be a story. Number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars select DeForest Buckner out of Oregon. Another beast of a defensive end. I mean, Jacksonville is going hard right now in terms of defense, so they might as well get DeForest Buckner because they need some defensive line help. I don't even know who the defensive linemen are. I've like usually you'd be able to know. You'd be like, oh, they got this person and I got this person. Well, they did try to go for Olivier Vernon, but it didn't work out so well. Someone actually made ESPN believe that the Jags got Olivier Vernon, and they put it on ESPN, only to find out it was a fake account. So watch out for those fake accounts, people. They can get you. So Jacksonville gets DeForest Buckner. At number 6, the Baltimore Ravens select Ronnie Stanley, offensive tackle out of Notre Dame. Now, they could go Zeke or whatever, but I believe they're going Ronnie Stanley because they just lost Kelechi Osemele to the Oakland Raiders, and they need to fill in that hole. And I think Ronnie can do that. I don't know if he's going to be as good as Kelechi, but he'll fill that hole. Now, number 7 is where it's going to get interesting. San Francisco, at number 7, I believe they're going to take Jared Goff. He's from Cali. He's a Cali boy, and how fitting would it be for him to play there? That would be the best. That would be good for Chip Kelly. But we'll see where they go. If they trade up or they stay there. Number 8. The Philadelphia Eagles select, I believe, Ezekiel Elliott out of Ohio State. Now, for all you Eagle fans that probably never saw Zeke play, Zeke is a very physical runner. He can run like a blur downhill. I mean, in the open field, he is gone. I mean, you're not catching him. And he's a very good blocker. He is a very good pass blocker. He's good at that. So you guys are getting a stalwart right there, a workhorse. I think Philly would love him. Take it from me, a Ohio boy who's actually seen him play more than one time. At number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Vernon Hargreaves out of Florida. Again, another defense that literally is like Swiss cheese in the secondary. They need a corner because I have no idea who their corners are. I don't pay much attention to Tampa Bay and all them, so the only teams I pay attention to are the ones in my division, my team's division. So, yeah. They desperately need it from what I've heard. At number 10, the New York Giants select, can't believe I'm saying this, Laquan Treadwell. Yeah, he's my draft crush. Him and Jalen are my top 2 guys to get for the Browns. If they stay at their position, I say they get Jalen. If they trade down, they get Laquan. But I think Laquan would work really, really well in New York, going alongside Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not going to say the initials because I always mess it up. So, Laquan and Odell. There you go. It's a nice duo right there. That would really help out the receiving game. Especially since you don't even know if Victor Cruz will even be playing. I mean, how long has it been since Victor has played? You don't know if he'll be good. If he even plays. I don't know. Number 10. Come on. Number 11, the Chicago Bears, the Bears, select Shaq Lawson out of Clemson. Now, here's where it gets nutty because They need help. Big time. On that defense. And I think Shaq would help them. Oh my God. He would be the perfect fit for Chicago. I mean, that defense used to be a threat. Like, they used to scare people with Brian Urlacher and Peppers and, all those guys. And now, who do they have? I don't know. Their offense is pretty good, though. I mean, if Kevin White can play, yeah. I mean, Alshon Jeffrey, he's pretty good. Jay Cutler, he's okay. Get Kevin White back and healthy and stuff, and you're going to have two beast receivers with an average quarterback. And there you go. Although they did lose Matt Forte, so their running game may struggle, I guess. But, you never know. Anything can happen, right? So at number 12, another team with a Swiss cheese defense, the New Orleans Saints select Eli Apple. So I think Eli would help that horrible defense even a little bit. And that would help him out. Eli, granted, here's a little fun fact for you. Eli Apple, his original last name was not Apple. It was Woodard. I probably told you guys about that already, but whatever. Just wanted to put that back in your mind. This pick was actually originally for Philly, but Philly traded up to get to number 8 a while back when they gave Miami, I think it was Kiko Alonso and someone else. Not exactly sure, but they had like a trade a while back that moved Philly to number 8 and Miami to number 13. So, number 14, the Oakland Raiders, who missed out on Zeke. We all know that Raider fans want Zeke to go with that they want that three-headed monster on offense. They want Cooper. And then you got Carr, who could throw it like anywhere. And then you have that monster offensive line. I will admit that. That's a monster offensive line. Oh, wow. And then you got Crabtree on the other end, too. So, I mean, hey, why not? Cooper, Zeke, and then you have Crabtree. That's a pretty good triple threat right there. That's a beast triple threat. And then you have the quarterback, the brains of the offense, and Derek Carr. Oakland's got a bright future. I'm telling you. Stay woke on them Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders. Okay. Now to number 15. Where the Rams originally were, but now it's Tennessee. I'm sorry, I didn't do their pick yet. Duh. Stupid. Oakland, I think, will select Sheldon Rankins, a D tackle out of Louisville. And I'm saying that because they need, hey, why not? Bolster that defense up even more. You don't know if Mario Edwards is coming back because he had a gruesome neck injury, I think. That's what I heard. But put him next to Khalil Mack and just let him go to work. And boom, you're set. So, now to 15, Tennessee. I think the Titans get a Sean Robinson out of Alabama because that defense needs some help. They got that SOS on the field because they need some help. They couldn't do nothing last year. Their offense was actually decent, but their offense will be good, but their defense will be trash. As always. My nose is itchy. Sorry about that. Man, I need to. No. Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. Sorry about that. Alright, so at number 16, the Detroit Lions. Oh my god. I think they're gonna select an offensive tackle. Holy crap. Nah, I'm just joking with you, but I think they do select an offensive tackle because they desperately need one. They want to keep Stafford upright and healthy. Draft her. I mean, what's better than drafting an offensive tackle? Maybe drafting one that's from your state. He went to college at Michigan State, Jack Conklin. So do it. Do it. All right, at number 17, the Atlanta Falcons. I think they select, this would be very tough, but Reggie Ragland out of Alabama. Again, they need some help on that defense, and Reggie would only solidify that defense up a little bit more than before. Nose itches. Don't you hate that? All right, at number 18, Indy fans, are you ready? The very few Indianapolis Colt fans that are actually on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube. Twitter. Yes, I am on Twitter, by the way. But the Colts select offensive tackle Taylor Decker. Holy crap, they actually drafted an offensive tackle. Oh, wow. So, I say that because they need one, because with Andrew Luck's injury problems this past year, they need to keep him healthy if they even want to have a shot at a title, at a division title, let alone a Super Bowl. I can't believe all the people that picked them to win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl last year, and look where they went. Down the drain. It's a shame. It's a shame. They had such a poor year. It's pretty sad that Hasselbeck had a better year than Andrew Luck. That's the type of year they had. So, number 19, the Buffalo Bills select Leonard Floyd out of Georgia, linebacker. I mean, they lost the linebacker Demario Davis to my Browns, so they need to fill in that spot. So I think he would definitely help them out, big time. It'd be an upgrade, without a doubt. So New York gets Leonard Floyd. At number 21, I believe the Washington Redskins will select William Jackson out of Houston, corner. Now, the problem with Washington is the fact that they are in a division with some very, very elite receivers. Odell Beckham, Dez Bryant, most likely Laquan Treadwell, if he goes to the Giants, or if the Eagles, pull one out of their hat and draft him. Who knows? You never know. But they need someone to cover those receivers, and I think William Jackson could be up to the task there. So, I mean, we'll see what Washington does. There's probably going to be a lot of moving around for teams in this draft. I'm already calling it. I'm not even guaranteeing if my team will even stay at 2. I mean, really the only pick that we are probably for sure knowing what's going to happen is number 1. Everything else, all 30 picks, the other 30 picks are relatively unknown. There's so much uncertainty about some of these picks. Teams could move up and down. You don't know. You don't know who you're going to get. So many options. Except the quarterback. The quarterback position is not as strong as previous years, though. Alright, back to it. 22, I believe the Houston Texans select Corey Coleman out of Baylor. So, again, another very good receiver. Put him alongside DeAndre Hopkins, and you got yourself 2 very speedy, very good, very fast. I mean, speedy, but very physical receivers. They could get open. Although Corey Coleman is short, he's 5'11", but he can still do work, though, from what I hear. Alright, so at number 23, I believe the Vikings will select Darren Lee out of the Ohio State University. So, Darren Lee would really fit well in Minnesota. I mean, I don't even know who Minnesota has in their defense, but they're getting better. Of course, I don't pay attention to much of these teams. I apologize, but the only teams I pay attention to are my own and the three other teams in my team's division. That's all I care about, really. I pay the most attention to the AFC North teams. So if I don't know much about your team, I apologize. Um, so at 24, this one would fit perfectly. The Bengals select Robert Kimdichie, which technically, it seems like Cincinnati's always picking up guys with issues off the field. So Kimdichie would definitely fit the bill there. With now, if he can stay out of trouble, I think he would be a beast. With Vontaze Burfict at linebacker and all that, and that very decent D-line they have. I mean, Cincinnati is going to be a very, very tough team to beat, as they always are, that offense. But we got their offensive coordinator, so it's almost like we're going to know their tendencies. So we'll see what happens there. At 30, look at me, I'm always skipping ahead. At 25, the Pittsburgh Steelers will select Will Fuller. I mean, why not? Select Will Fuller out of Notre Dame, wide receiver. Pair him up with Antonio Brown because Martavis Bryant's an idiot and he got suspended. So, gotta fill it in. Gotta fill in that spot because Martavis Bryant's an idiot. No, my neck itches. Ugh. Okay, I'm good. So, 26, the okay, you already got the pick. The Seattle Seahawks select Mackenzie Alexander out of Clemson. Another very short corner, but he is very good. So, he would fit the bill, definitely, down there in the Legion of Boom. Legion of Boom. With Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman. Those guys would get him right when it comes to playing good ball. I think the NFC West would be in trouble if that's the case, because we'll see. 27, the Green Bay Packers select Jarran Reed out of Alabama. Another Alabama guy going. Green Bay, they need some, depth on their defensive line. I think Jarran Reed could possibly even fight for a starting spot. He's a very, very good body in the middle, plugging up the running lanes. I think Green Bay would get themselves a gem right there. At 28, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs will select Emmanuel Ogbah, defensive end out of Oklahoma State. Yeah, I mean, what could make your amazing defense better? A very, very, very good defensive end. I mean, this team would be even better with a defensive end like Ogbah, manning the front seven, the front lines for the defense, attacking the quarterback, stopping the run, maybe even plugging up the tight ends even in a little bit. This guy could really get after the quarterback, I think. At 29, the Arizona Cardinals select Andrew Billings, defensive tackle out of Baylor. So, again, Arizona, very good secondary. But their defensive line is decent at best. I mean, they got cooked by the Panthers. I mean, they got absolutely slaughtered. So, they need to fix that. Big time. I think Arizona can maybe be a threat for another conference championship, but it's going to take a lot from that defense. I mean, that secondary is going to be pretty good. I mean, especially with Honey Badger coming back. Then you got, Peterson or whatever back there. It's going to be lit back there, the secondary. Alright, at 31, the Denver Broncos select Paxton Lynch. I remember when Paxton was a top 5 pick, but now he's slipped all the way down to 31. So, as we all know, Denver desperately needs a quarterback because I don't think they're going to be able to rely on Mark Sanchez. So, and then I heard they were talking to Tim Tebow. Literally, the only two quarterbacks at the moment that I know of that they have are Trevor Siemian, who has only played one snap, and it was a kneel. I think it was Trevor Siemian or something. Somewhere. His last name is Siemian. That's all I know. And then Mark Sanchez. Yeah, that's a very good quarterback situation for the Broncos. So, I think it's almost a gimme, that they have to go with quarterback. Now, at 32, would have been possibly the Patriots. 1, had they made it to the Super Bowl. And 2, if they had not been accused of deflating balls. Sorry about that, but deflating footballs, you gross people. But yeah, they lost their picks, so they're not doing nothing in the first round. So Patriots fans, you guys are going to have a long night. A long night. So to make up for that, I will do 32 for the Browns. Yeah, because technically the Browns already have 2 first-round picks. But with the 32nd pick this time, second round, the Cleveland Browns select, I believe, Michael Thomas out of Ohio State. Because one thing that we need is a big, tall, physical receiver. Now, granted, some people would say Josh Doctson. He'd be another great one. But Michael Thomas is very physical. He fights for the ball. He can get extra yards. He's a beast. And not to mention, I saw him play way more than Doctson. Of course, I live in Ohio. But yeah, Michael Thomas definitely slightly over Josh Doctson. But Doctson's got that speed, though. So we'll see where they go. It's actually pretty much a tie between Doctson or Thomas. If we don't trade down and get Laquan Treadwell. Heck, for all I know, these guys could go screw Ray Farmer and his anti-receiver logic. Let's go receiver for the first 2 or 3 picks in the draft. No, that'd be dumb. I wouldn't do that, but maybe 1 receiver, maybe 2, 3 receivers throughout the whole draft. 1 receiver in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Because you gotta fill other positions too. It's not just receiver. I mean, our team literally looks like Swiss cheese. When you look up the Browns in the dictionary, it has a picture of Swiss cheese. Because that's what our team is, literally, Swiss cheese. Our offensive line is Swiss cheese. It's like those turnstiles at the airport. Literally, the only good lineman we have is Joe Thomas. And there's even rumors that we're probably going to trade him, which I don't think we will. No. That'd be just, no. Gotta have someone to build on the offensive line around. To teach the youngsters, if we have any youngsters. Cameron Irving, yeah. But you gotta have someone to show these guys the ropes, Gotta keep that blind side protected, especially for RG3 when his injuries. So that will just about do it for my post-trade mock draft. So, if you liked it, give it a good old thumbs up and comment down below who you think your team would pick up. And, well, it's getting closer. We're a little over a week away from the draft. It's getting closer. I can't wait. I just wanted to be here already. This uncertainty is killing me. So, as always, I'm Crazy Dog 99. I'm a diehard Browns fan, and I'm out.